Say hi, Lily. Hey. Meow. Hey. Meow. Kitty. Can you meow? You normally meow. Meow. Kitty. Well, that's a close enough noise, I guess. Alright guys, I'm going to show you guys my stack because I figure I'm going to want to do it at some point anyway. So I'll show you right now. I take 2 creatine every day. Or sometimes I forget to do my supplements, but when I take my supplements, this is my stack. 2 creatine. This helps water go to the muscles, helps muscles heal faster and perform better. Fish oil. This has omega-3 fatty acid, which is really good for your heart, circulatory health. I mean, it says it on the bottle, but that is what it does. Then there's green tea extract. This is good for metabolism. I take a 1 a day for men. This has added stuff for like prostate. I can take yohimbine. This supports fat loss, appetite control, improves sex drive, and I think it also increases blood flow to the penis and helps with erectile dysfunction if you have them issues. And if not, it's not gonna hurt a healthy penis either. So I take, I'll have coffee or I'll just take a caffeine pill. And then I have acetyl L-carnitine, which is for burning fat, improving performance, and maximizing focus. And it's just, the reason I chose acetyl, there's multiple varieties of L-carnitine, but I took acetyl because you can take this one when you have food, and sometimes I want to take it with food. There's one other thing in my stack, and then I take a scoop of that. This stuff is bitter and it tastes nasty, by the way. There's one other thing in my stack, but I'm not going to talk about it because it's good, but it's also pretty detrimental to your health, and I don't want anyone to emulate me and get themselves hurt. So it may be something I'll talk about later, but right now, here you go. To a beginner, what I would recommend is, just keep this over here. I'm drinking my diet tea to get this stuff down. Now, there's a couple different kinds you can go with over here, but protein powders are good. Okay, this is the RIP stuff from GNC. I don't like it anymore. I don't really use it anymore. I used to swear by it, but they use red chili in it, which it helps, or red pepper or something like that, which helps burn fat, but it makes this stuff spicy, and anything you use it in spicy. And then I got this muscle milk, and at first I was like, oh, this is cheapo, because I got this at like a Costco or something, and I was like, oh look, it has more calories for less protein and whatever, and this is very oaty, and at first I didn't like that too much, but I actually started using it in my oats, and eventually when I do use protein powder, I use this stuff all the time. I really like it. I just don't like the taste of that anymore. But as far as nutrition goes, like as far as the facts go, the GNC stuff is a higher quality. It is better. Alright, so what I would recommend to a first timer looking to get into supplementation is going to be get a protein powder. This is optional if you want to get a little more protein in. If you know you're not getting enough. I actually don't really get a whole lot of protein in, but I've been having good results. You got to learn your body. You can make a protein shake. I would recommend putting this in your oats in the morning, especially the muscle milk tastes really good in oats. And creatine is optional. I would absolutely recommend any beginner to start on a multivitamin. Get you a multivitamin. This is just Walmart brand. This is real cheap. You can get whatever. And this is the cheapo fish oil. That's why I have to take multiples of them. So that's it. Do multivitamin and fish oil to start. If you don't know where you want to start with taking supplements, multivitamin, fish oil. And then optionally go to creatine, a little bit of creatine, or some protein powder. After that, you need to do your research and decide what it is you want to take. Green tea extract's not going to hurt, but I did my own research to find the yohimbine and the L-carnitine. There's reasons I wanted to take them. Just look up supplementation. You can go on the bodybuilding forums. It's a great place to learn that stuff. Super excited. This is going to be a fun video, just to let you know right off the bat. This is just going to be a day in the life thing. I'm going to give you guys a meal tip today. But what I'm doing is... Okay, so I got off. I'm going to just give you the whole day breakdown. You guys are going to be with me for a lot of it. I'm just going to tell you what's happened already. So I got off of work at 6 a.m. I did my workout. I did I did back this morning. And then I did my battle rope cardio that I love. So you guys are riding with me right now. We're on the way to, I woke up, I took my supplements, and now we're going to the bank to cash a check. And once I cash that check, I'm gonna be on my way to my cheat meal. And I think I have an idea of what I want it to be, but I might change it up. So we're gonna go to get a cheat meal over at the Fort Lauderdale Ale House, which is really nice. After that, after I have the cheat meal, I'm gonna go ahead and head over to sporting goods store. I'm gonna pick up a lifting belt, and I'm gonna pick up knee straps, just so I can, as I'm learning all my squats, and just to stay safe anyway. You know, I just want to make sure that I take care of my back and my knees. So there's that plan. Then we're gonna go over to Walmart, and we're gonna pick up all the stuff I need to make my killer taco salad. We're gonna have a fun day. You guys are gonna join me, or you're not. But at this point, you've watched the video long enough for me to get a view, so thank you for helping my ratings. That was pretty good. I got a cheeseburger, medium, with I subbed out the fries for a side Caesar salad, and I actually had water with orange squeezed into it, and that was something the bartender here put me onto last time I was here. So that's a pretty good little way to mix it up. Now I'm off to the sporting goods store, and I'm gonna look at a belt and some straps, some knee straps. Oh yeah, I just wanted to mention, while I was there having lunch, I had a lovely time talking to an older couple, and just about positive stuff and just life and where they like to go on vacation. And it's great, you know, if you just have that friendly demeanor and you greet people and you say something, you never know. You know, rather than sitting there eating by myself that whole time, I had a nice talk with them all throughout the entire meal. It was really great. It's a really fun atmosphere in there, but I didn't do any recording in there because I didn't want to disturb anyone, so that's that. Alright, so I picked up some knee wraps. That was real easy to get. And then the belt, not so much. I'm a big boy, you know, so most of the belts wouldn't fit. I had to get one that's only like a 4-inch with not a whole lot of support, but it'll fit my waist. I can always move up to a stronger one when I get smaller, but I'm not going to be lifting that heavy because of my size anyway. So, just a belt and some knee wraps. I need to get some gas, and I need to go to Walmart and show you guys a pretty cool recipe that I saw. So, I'm not going to record the trip there because the trip there is a pretty long drive and I got to stop and get gas. So, I'm just going to fast forward to where I'm picking up the stuff at the store. Alright, step 1. Fat-free sour cream. Step 2. Fat-free refried beans. It's a good time to get any spices, salsa, taco sauce in case you need that stuff. The next step is the leanest ground beef you can get. Walmart has 96.4, which is like really good. So, off we go. Okay, next is just going to be some vine-ripe tomatoes. These are really good stuff. And a head of iceberg lettuce. I already have onion at home, but I want to get some garlic, and I'm going to show you something real quick. The price comparison of the garlic over here, this is like about the same price. Now, you get 3 times the weight, but anyone who's prepared garlic knows that the prep time is so long that it's not really worth it. I want to get the pre-peeled. I would always say go as raw as possible and prepare it yourself, but when it comes to garlic, just get the pre-peeled. You save yourself so much prep time, so much effort getting this. Okay, I want to talk about something that I encountered while I was on the way out, right before I got to the checkout. And it's something I don't want you guys to fall victim to, because people trying to sell supposedly good foods are going to prey on terminology And there's a guy selling these things called Goodness Knows bars, and they look good. They look like they're just oat and fruit or whatever. And he's like, low calorie, you advertise them as whatever. And they're all right, but the thing's only a few ounces and it has 12 grams of sugar in it, and that's what you have to look at. That's 3 packets of sugar in just a few ounce little bar. So, you know, you gotta watch out for the added sugars. You're only supposed to have, a full-grown man's only supposed to have 10 grams of added sugar. Now, we all probably break it a little bit, but you don't need to be eating one of those bars and putting in the sugar in for no reason, when you can have 12 grams of sugar in probably a much larger kind of meal. Hey, just one more thing I want to add before I get going here, while it's still on my mind. Now, those little kiosks that they set up right before checkout, and the way they design everything with the sodas and the candy bars and everything at checkout, and they do this in every store. In retail, those are known as impulse items. The whole thing is, you're in there, you're shopping, you're getting what you need to get, and when you get to checkout, you're just gonna see it and be like, ooh, let me grab that, let me add that. But when you walked in, were you gonna get a Snickers bar? Were you gonna get a soda? You know, a Mountain Dew or whatever when you walked in? Probably not. And then those little good bars or whatever they're trying to sell, again, you know, any company is going to prey on misinformed customers. Now, I'm not saying 12 grams of sugar is the most evil thing ever, but you should be conscious of how much you're getting. You need to read the labels of everything, and added sugar is like, that's the #1 thing you have to look at in food, even before you look at too much fat or sodium, or if it's fried, and look at the sugar and look at if it's processed. So just food for thought. Now I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna unpack this stuff later. I'm gonna show you guys prep and then cooking of taco salad, and I'll see you then. Hey, I just figured it's a good time to add one of these virtues on the way home. You can see there's quite a bit of cars here. It's like a couple light changes just to get through this light, and there's at least one more major intersection. And I just a minute ago got cut off, and I only beeped my horn real quick so the guy wouldn't drive over me in his damn truck. But you know, I remained calm. It didn't get to me. My heart rate elevated a little bit, but I don't get upset. I wasn't hollering and shouting stuff. And I kind of was like, I thought it was funny because I've been reading Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. This is a fantastic book. It's a shame that Richard Carlson passed away, because he has a whole series of great books, but he left his mark on the world definitely when he left this stuff behind. And I remember I had it bookmarked here, become a less aggressive driver, so I figured while I'm sitting at the red lights, maybe I'm gonna read a couple passages of this. Now, I uploaded that video about patience with the guy at the red light. I was actually on the other side here, and now I recommend any act of kindness you guys do that you it's recommended that you keep it to yourself, but I just want to show you guys it's not that hard to be kind to someone. And a lot of people, like, they worry about how these people would misspend the things if you give them money or whatever, but you never know if somebody's going to use it to buy food or anything. So, how's it going, bud?
Thank you, sir.
There you go, man. You're cool.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, take care, man. Stay safe, all right?
Yes, sir.
Hey, what's your story, man, real quick? How'd you end up out here?
I work at the labor pool, but I hurt my leg when I was working, so right now I'm just trying to make ends meet.
And they just, like, they didn't have any use for you after you got hurt, or what?
Well, no. I mean, they got use for me, but I just can't work for a couple of weeks because my leg hurts. I kind of, like, fractured my ankle a little bit. But
and you got no doctor you can go to,
I got my hard hat still.
You do? That's good, man. Hey, the light's green. Make sure you get safe here, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, take care, buddy. Yep. All right. So, that was the guy that was standing out in the corner when I was telling everyone, why be so impatient? You know? There's so much more important stuff than where you're going. So, it's like, it was real easy for me. It only took me like a minute to bring my blood pressure back down. Traffic sucks. I'm in South Florida. Definitely we have bad traffic. And just I don't let anything get in the way anymore of trying to be kind and being human. And so everyone's got a story, and I do love to hear them. Well, everyone, I'm home. Somebody say something. There you go. That's Coach, and that's Coco. She just had some puppies, and that's Bella. And maybe I should go show you guys the puppies. Look at that, you guys. That's a little Pomeranian. Such a tiny little thing. They're so cute. Mama likes to be real defensive, so I let her out so I could go just take a peek at them real quick. I was just cleaning out the fridge and I figured you guys would like to meet Bun Bun. She used to not trust me, but now she knows when I put something in her cage, she just goes right for it. And I don't throw old produce out. I give it to the bunnies. We have 2 of them. Just I'm sure it's a nice change from eating those pellets all the time. Now this other guy over here, his name's Copper. He is not friendly. He belonged to an ex-girlfriend of mine. A very short stint that we had, and it was definitely one of my many relationship mistakes. But hold on, I gotta get in here real quick. Pretty much she cheated on me and I had to throw her out. And then I was like, hey, what about your rabbit? And she was like, screw the damn rabbit, you can keep him. So that was very loving. Alright guys, so I'm getting ready to prep over here. You're gonna start with, first I'll talk about the portioning. These packs from Walmart, if you get them, they come in automatically 2 pounds. And this is all, portioning is all for that. The 1 large can of refried beans, fat-free, is gonna go with that. And then I'm gonna prep this stuff here, but this is just gonna be 2 tomatoes, half a head of lettuce. I've already put the other half away, and I took the heart out already. And 1 medium-sized onion. So I'm going to begin browning the meat while I prep this stuff. Alright, stirred the beef up a couple times while I was chopping up the onion and the garlic. This is a medium onion and like 12 little chunks of garlic cut up in there. So as soon as this gets a little more moisture in it, I'm gonna go ahead and drain it. I use a grease can right here. I need to do my dishes also, but I use a grease can. Don't drain it down your drain. In case you guys don't know that, run hot water if you absolutely have to for a couple minutes. And then I'm gonna cut up the stuff for the salad itself. Here's the nutrition facts on the refried beans, in case you guys want to see that. Alright, I just drained the beef. It only took about another minute for it to be ready. Drain all the liquid out that you can. This is on medium-low heat, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that. And you do not preheat this. You just, as soon as you turn the heat on, throw the beef in there. Otherwise, when you throw it in there, it's going to stick if from burning on, the pan's too hot. So now what I'm going to do is we're going to keep this all mixed up. And once the garlic and the onion are heated up a little bit, and we'll add some spices. We'll talk about some spices. Alright, now for spices. If you don't have onion or garlic, you can just use onion or garlic powder. I'm not going to, since I have the actual thing. The biggest thing with this is having cumin, because that's going to add that like Mexican flavor to it. Anything that's in like a taco sauce blend or anything like that, as soon as you smell this stuff, you'll know like that is definitely the main ingredient. And I'm gonna add some chili powder for added heat, just a little added heat. You can put a little, you can put a lot. I just like to be pretty generous with it. And some black pepper. It's pretty good right there. This stuff's gonna cook up real quick. Once you add the spices, the stuff's gonna brown up real quick. And I'm also gonna add, I have picante and some hot sauce and sriracha. I really like sriracha sauce. I use sriracha on this. If you don't want it spicy, don't use sriracha or don't use the chili powder. I just do it like that. I'm gonna mix all this up. Okay, this is getting good enough for me. Took a few minutes and a few stirring attempts. And we're just gonna Okay, that's okay. Right, well, as soon as you manage to get all the beans out of the can, you're gonna kill the heat right away. And we're gonna take it off the heat. We're just gonna mix it up. The beans are gonna get plenty hot from the residual heat. Now, I forgot to mention when I was at the store, because I didn't get the cheese because I already had it. Now, you can get cheese, you can go without cheese. I've done it that way before. If you do get like low fat or non-fat, I use these right here. Show you the nutrition facts on those. So these are pretty good, and these are the light moisture part skin mozzarella cheese sticks, cheese heads. This is at Walmart also. I just get the big bag. These are really good. Okay, so what I do is I just pull the cheese string apart and make like a weave on it, and then microwave each dish. Obviously I put some scoop of the beans and meat in there, and microwave the dish for 1 minute to melt the cheese. And then we're just gonna put our lettuce and tomato on it, and we're gonna add some sour cream, and I'll show you guys what that looks like in just a second. Alright, and then that's complete. Here is nutrition facts on the sour cream. For those who want to see it, this is the fat-free sour cream. Good stuff. Alright, I just want to say thanks to Chris Jones. I'm going to give a link to his video. This is his recipe, and this is my modification of it. And I know he wants credit where it's due. So, you guys should really try this. This is really awesome. If you want to know about measurements and things like that, if you're like really particular for like bodybuilding or something, then he covers that. He uses his food scale and all that. And thanks for watching and spending the day with me. What's up, guys? It's the next morning here. I'm about to start my next video actually, but before I forget, I wanted to point out to you guys, you see everything here? I picked up 4 gallons of Zephyr Hills water, so that made my bill come out to 25 bucks, but you can make that meal for, well, 25 if you need to get the cheese and the onion. So to make that taco salad, you'll get a few, I don't know, you probably get like 6 servings out of it for 25 bucks.